It is an annual rite of spring, bringing with it excitement and emotion that can be found in no other sporting event. The NCAA Tournament. Your wait is finally over, the brackets are ready, and the drama of March Madness is about to begin. Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel, and this is the NCAA Championship Basketball Selection Show, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Joining me at the anchor desk, as always, my partner, Clark Kellogg. We're all set to show you the seedings and pairings, so get out your bracket sheet, get those pencils ready. Here are the basics. Of the 65 available tournament bids, 31 are automatically given to conference champions. The tournament committee hands out the remaining 34 bids on an at-large basis. An opening round game will take place on Tuesday night to narrow the field to 64 teams. But before we unveil the brackets for this season, here's a look at the final top 25 media poll of the season. There are a couple of major changes in the rankings as March Madness approaches. A new team is sitting pretty in the top spot. The Pittsburgh Panthers climbed to the #1 spot after a terrific finish to their season. The Kentucky Wildcats were the #1 team but slipped after spending 2 weeks at the top. We had one team take a big tumble down the poll. The East Carolina Pirates fell all the way from the #10 spot to #19.
That's not the direction you want to be going at this time of year, but they're a strong enough team that I believe they can turn it around.
It's time to talk about the topic that has a lot of players and coaches holding their breath right now, the NCAA tournament bubble. These are the 10 teams that aren't worried as much about where they'll be playing as if they'll be playing. Clark, who jumps out at you there?
Colorado could have sealed their invitation with a better regular season finish, but the fact is they play in a very tough conference, and that does weigh heavily in their favor.
You got that right, and who else might be in the same position?
Richmond had the chance to set themselves apart from the rest of the bubble teams, but they never could get over that hump and guarantee themselves a spot.
I'm sure it's been a long week for those teams, but the wait's almost over. The NCAA Selection Committee has finished its meeting, and we're ready to unveil the top 4 seeds in this year's tournament. The Pittsburgh Panthers are the top overall seed, and they will play in the East Regional. They've just taken over the top spot in the media poll, and they are the #1 team in the eyes of the selection committee as well. We'll soon find out if they can live up to their billing. On to the second #1 seed, who will play in the Houston Regional. The Aggies of Texas A&M are seeking their first ever NCAA championship. The Kentucky Wildcats are our third #1 seed, and they'll play in the St. Louis Regional. They return to the tournament after not making the field last year, so this will be a new experience for some of their younger players. And finally, our fourth #1 seed will play in the West Regional. The Indiana Hoosiers are in the tournament field as a #1 seed for the second time in the history of their program. Now, here's how the brackets shape up based on where the #1 seeds have been assigned. In one national semifinal game, the winner of the East Regional will play the winner of the Houston Regional. In the other semifinal game, the winner of the St. Louis Regional will play the winner of the West Regional. Those games will be played on Saturday, April 6th. Then it'll be on to the national championship game on Monday night. Anything shocking to you about those picks?
Well, when you see the selection committee deviate from the top 4 teams in the media poll, it's a little surprising. They've opened themselves up to some criticism with these picks.
So, with the #1 seeds out of the way, it's finally time to tackle the rest of the brackets. First up, we take a look at the East Regional. The Pittsburgh Panthers are the top seed, finishing at 28-7. They were conference tournament champions in the Big East. They will take on the winner of the opening round play-in game between Butler, with 13 wins, and Bucknell from the Patriot League. And now, the #8 seed, the Iowa State Cyclones, come into the tournament 6th in their conference during the regular season and were losers in their first game at their conference tournament. They're going to play the #9 seed, the Miami Hurricanes, who were 5th in their conference, finishing at 20-11. Florida State enters the field as the #4 seed from the ACC. This will be their 20th appearance in the NCAA tournament in the history of their school. They'll be getting ready to face the #13 seed, the Texas State Bobcats. Finished the season with 18 wins.
The Florida State Seminoles have more to prove than any other team in this tournament. They haven't had a lot of experience in the tournament recently, so it's difficult to say exactly how they'll handle it. They've shown they're capable of playing with the best teams in the nation during the regular season. Now they need to show they belong with those teams come tournament time.
Michigan State comes in as the #5 seed, finishing at 22-10. And they will take on the 12th seed from the Atlantic Sun Conference, the Campbell Fighting Camels, with 20 wins. Next up is the number 2 seed. The Villanova Wildcats have established themselves as one of the best teams from the Big East. They'll be going up against the number 15 seed, the Chattanooga Mocs, with 16 wins. This marks their 13th appearance in the NCAA tournament in school history. Our number 7 seed is from the ACC. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the big dance. They are going to play the number 10 seed, the Red Storm of St. John's, who were 4th in their conference, finishing at 18 and 11. Texas Tech comes in as the number 3 seed, finishing at 20 and 12. Idaho comes in to face them at number 14 with 18 wins in the tournament championship of the WAC. The Ole Miss Rebels are in as the number 6 seed. They'll be taking on the number 11 seed, the Oregon State Beavers, with 19 wins. What a tremendous regional final we'd have in this bracket if the number 1 and 2 seeds here make it through the first 3 rounds unscathed. That could be one of the games of the tournament. Next up, we'll take a look at the Houston Regional. The George Mason comes in as the number 8 seed, finishing at 25 and 6. Duquesne comes in to face them at number 9. Georgetown comes in as the number 4 seed, finishing at 22 and 11. And they'll take on the 13th seed from the SEC, the Florida Gators, with 20 wins. Our number 2 seed is from the ACC. Next up is the number 7 seed. The Northwestern Wildcats have established themselves as one of the best teams from the Big Ten. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, with 21 wins. This will be their 14th appearance ever in the NCAA tournament. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the Radford Highlanders, with 18 wins. And now the number 6 seed, the North Carolina State Wolfpack, come into the tournament as the 4th place team in their conference during the regular season and finish 2nd in their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 11 seed, the Iona Gales, who came in first. There are going to be some incredible matchups in the later rounds of this bracket. If the top seeds can avoid the early upsets, we can look forward to some real heavyweight battle. On to our 3rd bracket of the Kentucky Wild. Our number 8 seed is UCLA. The Kansas State Wildcats are in as the number 4. West Virginia comes in as the number 2 seed, finishing at 24 and 7. Florida. Next up is the number 7 seed. The Xavier Musketeers have established themselves as one of the best teams from the A-10 conference. And now the number 3 seed, the Georgia Tech, comes in as the number 6 seed, finishing at 22 and 10. And they take on the 11th seed from the A-10 conference. It's the first question every selection Sunday. Which is the toughest bracket? Well, this bracket looks to me like it wins that prize this year. Not only are the top seeds strong, the lower seeds can be dangerous as well. And finally, let's have a look at the West Regional. The Indiana Hoosiers are the top seed. Next up is the number 8 seed. The Florida Atlantic Owls are the Kansas comes in as the number 4. Mississippi State comes in as Baylor enters the field as the number 2. And now the number 7 seed, the UNLV Runnin' Rebels, come into the Duke Blue Devils are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number. Our number 6 seed is from the MAC. The Central Michigan Chippewas had a tremendous year that included a regular season championship. They are going to play the number 11 seed, the Buffalo Bulls, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 21 and 11. Some of the lower seeds in this bracket have the ability to not only compete with the high seeds, but win a few games. The potential for a Cinderella or 2 in this bracket is definitely there. What are your thoughts on our top 16 seeds, Clark?
There are no real off-the-wall picks that jump out at me. These 16 teams are all pretty deserving. Let's give the committee some props this year. Florida State is a team I wouldn't want to face, even though they're down there as a number 4 seed. I think they've got the potential to be a Cinderella team.
Now, let's bring the conference picture into focus. The Big East gets 9 teams. The Big 12 with 7. 7 out of the ACC. The SEC gets 5 teams.
What a down year for the non-power conferences. We're used to seeing at least one of those conferences compete on the level of the power conferences, but not this year.
It's too bad we didn't see more small conference schools in the tournament. None of those conferences got more than 1. We showed you the bubble teams before. Now that we know who's in and who's out, what do you think of the selections, Clark?
Rutgers must feel a whole lot better now than they did before the show started. Their ticket is punched, and they're on their way to the dance. But frankly, I'm not sure for just how long they'll be dancing.
While they start prepping for their first-round games, the 5 teams on the other side of the page will be full-time students again.
St. Bonaventure can point the finger squarely at themselves for putting together a butter-soft schedule this season and then not rolling through it. If you're not going to schedule any tough games, then you'd better win more games than they did.
All right, Clark, now that we know all the teams and matchups, time to...
It's College Hoops on 2K Sports. Idaho Bears face off against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Welcome, basketball fans, to the first round of March Madness. We're here at the RCA Dome. This is Vermont. Bill Raftery, give us your take, Bill.
This game features a great matchup at the point guard position. Jensen is one of the premier players in the college game. He's got fantastic ball handling ability. He can make defenders look foolish sometimes. Haywood can also hold his own at the point. He's an outstanding defender at the low post, and he has wonderful fundamental skills down there. They're both warriors. You'll just have to see who emerges victorious.
The Red Raiders have it, and March Madness is underway.
Right off the bat, the defense is minimum.
Johnson, the 15-footer, plays the first bucket of the game.
There's a real confident shooter. The team was a great ball over him. No, they didn't even face him.
McDonough inbounds the ball. It's picked off by Haywood. Takes it in. Tried to lay it right in, but no good by Swotamo.
Missing layups are going to get him a quick trip to the bench, Fern.
Feeds it to the outside. Knocks it loose. The Red Raiders will get this one back. Jensen skips it to the left wing. Wrapped inside by Holden. Now let's check in with the third member of our team, Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie?
Just before the game, I talked with Coach Hawkins of the Red Raiders, and he told me he gets more nervous for first-round games than any other games in the tournament, simply because the other team is a low seed that has nothing to lose. He said there's no pressure on them. They'll play with reckless abandon, and the last thing we want is to be an upset victim in the first round.
Thank you, Bonnie. He gets them both. Picked off.
Such great instincts. He knew exactly where the ball was going.
The last play was cashed in by Wafer. McLaren gets it left wing. The Red Raiders will get this one back. Douglas inbounds the ball. Left wing. Shoots it. Johnson pulls it down inside.
Terrific rebound. So you get into position on the offensive press.
The last play was cashed in by Jensen. And it's a 2-point game. Holden throws it down the bench.
Taking it strong to the 10. Send it in.
About 8.5 minutes left in the half. Gets it middle. Goes up. Holden grabs the offensive rebound. Nice shot stuck through for two.
The D was out of position there, and it didn't take long for him to send it in.
Stolen. Haywood elevates. A huge dunk to polish off the break.
They really come out of the gates fast here in the first half, Fern.
They're racing. The three-pointer was missed by Jensen. The Vandals with a chance for a double-digit lead. Kemper, nice little crossover. Haywood dishes to the wing. Lagana is going to be hit with the blocking foul, and that's his first foul of the game.
Second, Wafer, the Idaho coach, is making a lineup change, and this might be a great decision. Some of these players play great together.
Law inbounds the ball. Crosses it up. Couldn't make it a double-digit lead on the miss by Markelionis.
It takes quick hands to get the theft, and he was too slow that time.
And it's an 8-point game. Left wing passes it back to the outside. Moore grabs the rock.
Great rebound. The big fella's not afraid to do the dirty work, Vern.
Markelionis through the bucket. Can't extend the lead to double digits. About 7.5 minutes left in the half. McLaren passes it to the left side. Uses the crossover. It's blocked. Great stop there. Nice rejection by Markelionis. The Vandals carry it up. They're on a 13-3 run. Double clutches the layup and gets it to four.
You know he's not missing that one. The D needs to try and keep with him, Vern.
The three-pointer was offline by Douglas, and it's gathered up by Lagana.
Such great instincts. He knew exactly where the ball was going.
That last three-pointer was missed by Johnson. Inside shot buried by Lagana. Moore inbounds the ball. Haywood to the rack. Up and in off the glass. Texas Tech will take its first timeout on the floor. Go! 10 points separating the team. Lagana catches it outside. Ripped down inside by Douglas. Fires the three. The shot was missed by Johnson. About 6.5 minutes left in the half. Wafer fires from 11 feet out. Connects.
Great vision there and tremendous accuracy on that lead pass.
The finisher. offensive board by McLaren. Hits the jumper.
How can you forget about this guy when you're boxing out? He lives for those offensive rebounds.
Elevates. Puts the hammer down.
Oh, my. Send it in.
Lead pass outside. Puts up a three. Too long, and it was missed by McLaren. Texas Tech has struggled with their three-point shooting, and Bonnie has a report from their bench.
Coach Hawkins wants his guys to move better without the ball to get better looks. I have no doubt, he told them, that if you find an open shot, you'll drain it.
All right, Bonnie. Lagana catches it outside. Jensen beats it to the outside. Lagana hooks free. The Red Raiders with the denial by 12. Last shot missed by Wafer.
That's just a fluke. He's such a strong finisher ordinarily.
More Kelly Unit. Rises up. Slams it home off a sweet lead pass. Just over 5 minutes left in the half. Lagana hands it off. Swings it to the wing. Douglas backs down. To the rack. More Kelly Unit reels it in. The Vandals carry it up. They're on a 16-4 run. The Red Raiders need to get the starters a little breather, so they'll go to their bench for fresh legs. He completes the three-point shot. Wafer will come off the floor. The Red Raiders down big. It's picked off by Camper. That's his second steal of the contest.
I'd love to see that. He was looking around and pounced. Such a deep burn.
The last layup, no good. Still controlled by Idaho. That last layup was missed by McGrain. About 4.5 minutes left in the half. Stolen away by Idaho.
Not a good decision, Vern. You can't just go ahead and force it inside like that.
That last three ball was drained by Camper. Martinez inbounds the ball. The Red Raiders will try to put a stop to this run. They answered right back with a three-pointer by Jensen.
That's how you answer. Give up a three and then get it right back.
Deflected, and it's controlled by Texas Tech. Stolen away by Long. Last shot stuffed through for two.
The best way to make sure these dunks are going to go down and stay down is to be strong with both hands.
Knocked loose, and it's scooped up by the brain. Texas Tech calls timeout. The Vandals are going to make some substitutions. Martinez inbounds the ball. Bounces it to the outside. Martinez has it right wing. Bounce pass outside.
You can't shuffle those feet and expect to draw a charge. The ref saw right through that.
Johnson unloads. Misses the three from the inbound play.
Johnson is in a pretty cold stretch right now, Vern, and there's a danger that it's going to start to rub off on the rest of the team.
Texas Tech needs to cut down on the turnovers, and Bonnie is near their bench. Bonnie?
Coach Hawkins stood in front of the bench and said, look, if we can't hold on to the ball, we have no shot to win this. You know how stingy their defense is. Stay alert.
All right, Bonnie. Has it top of the key. Johnson dishes it to the baseline. From the left block, grabbed by McGrain. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds. The Red Raiders will go with a different look out there. The Red Raiders need to find some answers here.
Such great instincts. He knew exactly where the ball was going. He just didn't get his feet set in time there, Vern. Easy block call.
Novelty tosses it up, misses the three.
Oh, he was wide open, Vern. He has to knock that shot down.
It's tipped. The Red Raiders will get this one back.
Nice heads-up defensive work. Believe me, little plays like that eventually seep into your opponent's heads.
Douglas inbounds the ball. Baseline. Passes to the outside. Shoots it. The three-pointer was missed by McElroy. With nobody around, he still couldn't convert.
Sometimes you can be too wide open.
Last shot missed by Lodge. McElroy goes up. The Red Raiders will retain possession. Douglas inside. Count the basket and the foul.
Oh, look at the physicality. Powered it through the contact and hit.
He can't complete the three-point play. Love dumps it off.
2 minutes remaining.
Poked away. And it's gathered up by McLaren. Deflected, but it's tracked down by Logano. Stolen away by Holden. Gets him there. Stuck home by Lloyd.
Holden, great look. Way to find the open man.
Stolen by Idaho. Count the basket and the foul.
Oh, look at the physicality. Powered it through the contact and hit.
The Vandals will make some mass substitutions.
Substitution on the field.
He can't complete the three-point play. The Red Raiders need to find some answers here. Skips it to the outside. Douglas has it in the paint. Backs in, hands it off. Pass outside. It's picked off by Wafer.
Such great instincts. He knew exactly where the ball was going.
Wafer fires the three. Douglas snatches it down inside.
Oh, not real good shot selection, Vern. They've got to exercise a little patience and move the ball around.
Harden has it middle to the rack. Rebounded by Swotamo.
He couldn't get it that time, and the D did a great job of making it tough on him.
Wafer to the bucket. Lays it right in.
You gotta love his aggressiveness. He knows how to protect the ball and get to the tip.
Throws it up. Good from downtown by McLaren.
What I like is his ability to see the floor and get it to the guys where they can do something with it. Extremely accurate.
More Kelly Eunice feeds it to the high post. Takes it in. Gets the layup after the pump fake freezes the D. Fordham inbounds the ball. Texas Tech has not been able to shut down the inside game at all. Bonnie is by their bench with a report.
Coach Hawkins was yelling onto the court, "I want to see bodies banging in the paint." Coach is pretty frustrated about all the high percentage shots his team's allowed underneath.
All right, Bonnie. Outside. Dumps it to the paint. Fordham, 14 feet out. Misses the buzzer beater. That takes us to halftime. Score 39-17. Now let's show you the Power Bar player of the half. Bill? Swotamo inbounds it to start the second half. One-on-one. Kemper. Douglas grabs the rebound inside. Bonnie Bernstein has more as to what went on at halftime. Bonnie?
The guys over the break, I talked with the head coach of the Vandals. Didn't have much to complain about with the lead they had at the half. He said, we've done such a great job sticking like glue to their ball handlers, and the result has been a bunch of turnovers for us. I love the hustle I saw from my players in the first half, he said, and I'd like to see that kind of heart even more in the second.
Thanks, Bonnie. From long range, the basket was buried by Wafer.
This guy is fun to watch, Vern. He can really fill it up.
Bounces it to the outside. Jensen shoots it. Misses with the D in his face. Haywood has it outside. Camper launches one from beyond the arc. Gets it to fall. Big three from beyond the arc.
He really gets his legs underneath him to gain great leverage on his jumper.
Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Holden. That's his 6th rebound of the game. The Vandals have got a nice lead. Dumps it to the inside. Sultana, almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for 2.
First team foul.
He can't get the first. The Vandals will make some mass substitutions here. Good on number 2. Thompson is checking into the game. Lagana inbounds the ball. About 8.5 minutes left in the second half. Sent back. They get it back. Johnson picked off.
Such great instincts. He knew exactly where the ball was going.
Gets it outside. More Kelly-Unis kicks it out to the outside. That last three-pointer was missed by Novelty.
The defense was up to the challenge on that shot. Good job closing on the shooter.
Douglas tosses it up. Can't stop the run.
Don't count on him missing too many of those, especially when they're playing off him like that.
Got to stop there thanks to the block by Douglas. Stolen by Idaho. Tipped away. And it's gathered up by Douglas. To the rim. The beautiful pass went straight to the layup by Jensen.
A little kiss on the inside.
Childress takes it up. Out the basket. And the foul.
Oh, look at the physicality. Powered it through the contact and hit.
Douglas will leave the floor, and he's really been struggling so far. He completes the three-point play. The Red Raiders all timeout. The Red Raiders down big. To the paint from inside. Rebounded inside by Martinez. Sank the basket and gets a trip to the line for one more.
Oh, look at the physicality. Powered it through the contact and hit.
He completes the three-point play. More Kelly-Unis inbounds the ball. Stolen away by Jensen. Swatted away. And we're going the other way. Nice play by Mark Kelly-Unis. Childress to the rim. The bucket is good, and he'll have a chance for one more.
Oh, look at the physicality. Powered it through the contact and hit.
He can't complete the three-point play. It's tipped. About 7.5 minutes left in the second half. Dishes it to the outside. Johnson passes it to the left wing. McLaren forgot where he was on the floor, and he gets called for a 3-second violation. The Vandals have got a nice lead. Childress catches it, right wing. Swing pass outside for 3. Drained by McLaren.
That's not their favorite play to run, but they love it when it goes down.
McLaren puts up a 3. Jensen reels in the offensive rebound. To the rack. Rebounded by McLaren. Jensen from long range. Lagana reels it in. Jensen ends it off. Gets it outside. Jensen lobs it to the baseline. Lagana tries yet again. Gets it to go. Morkelliuna inbounds the ball. Just over 6 minutes left in the second half. Pulls the trigger. The quick shot was missed by Childress. Texas Tech may have made some changes just now. Bonnie Bernstein has something for us.
The Red Raiders had a little meeting of the coaching minds, Vern. A lot of yelling about being too deliberate on offense, taking too long to get shots off. I sense, Vern, we're going to see a much faster pace from here on out.
The shot from the left block was buried by Lagana. Great delivery with the skip pass. That set up the shot perfectly.
Morcaliunas through the bucket. He took a licking on that one, but he took his medicine and got the charge.
He put his body on the line for the team.
Substitution on the court.
The Red Raiders need to find some answers here. Left wing, terrific swat. The Red Raiders will retain possession. Fordham inbounds the ball. Dishes to the top of the key. Fordham. And it's no good. Poor shot selection there, to say the least.
Oh, Vern, that's not his specialty, and he has to recognize that.
Layup was dropped in by Wafer. Just over 5 minutes left in the second half. Passes to the top of the key. Stolen.
Not a good decision, Vern. You can't just go ahead and force it inside like that.
Johnson is going to be hit with the blocking foul. That will be his second foul of the game.
Fourth team foul.
Off the inbound pass. Oh, net on the shot by Hayward. The Red Raiders all time.
Timeout on the floor.
The Vandals are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs. Terrell inbounds the ball. Dumps it off. Jensen gets it outside. That last triple off the mark.
The D got away with one there. He had space to shoot, and he usually doesn't miss those.
It's deflected. The Vandals will get this one back.
Oh, that would have been a fantastic pick. Great effort.
Outside. McGrane. Gets it in the paint. Jensen grabs the rebound.
You can't D up down low any better than that. That's terrific defense.
The Red Raiders will get this one back. Fordham inbounds the ball. Trammell backs down. Johnson skips it to the left side. Jensen fires. Can't hit the three-pointer. The Vandals have got a nice lead. Right block. Shoots from the post. Rebounded inside by Jensen. Under 4 minutes left in the second half. Dumps it to the inside. Sensational block. And will go the other way. Nice block by Swotamo.
The rejection. He had his number that time. Perfect timing. Great footwork to get to that one.
That last layup was missed by Morcaliunas. The reverse. Count the basket. And the foul.
Oh, look at the physicality. Pounded through the contact and hit.
The Red Raiders will bring the rest of their starters back on the floor.
On the court.
Good for the three-point play. Lagana inbounds the ball. The Red Raiders will try to put a stop to this run. The shot. is missed long by McLaren.
You've got to love his aggressive personality, but you certainly don't like the shot.
McGrain dumps it off to the bucket. Counter basket by Slocum.
The defense did a nice job there. That's just a pretty finish.
Lagana. Bounces it to the baseline. Jensen has it left wing.
He has a great rhythm from there. It's kind of a lost art in this world of dunks and triples.
2:47 left in the game. Stolen away by Texas Tech. The Red Raiders down big. Nice shot missed by Johnson.
Got it in close and couldn't drop it in. You don't expect that from him.
Passes left wing. McGrain catches it outside. McLaren gets whistled for blocking, and that's foul number 2 for him.
They need to be cautious, Vern. One more foul puts them over the limit.
The Vandals will make some substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Novelty hands it off. Thompson feeds it to the lane. Douglas gets the whistle for blocking. We're in the bonus, and they'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
The defense simply cannot allow those kind of wide open looks.
He watches the front end. 2:07 left in the game. Top of the key. Jensen to the bucket. Gently drops it in.
You know he's not missing that one. The D needs to try and keep with him, Vern.
Dishes to the high post. The reverse. Slam down by Law.
That is just wonderful skill. A little reverse.
Douglas beyond the arc. No good.
Might have rushed that one just a little bit. There was plenty of time on the shot clock, but he got a little over anxious.
Thompson. McGrain grabs the rebound inside.
Defensive
Got the
foul.
whistle, and he'll shoot a pair of free
That's
throws.
his third
There's no arguing that call. He definitely got hanged.
team foul.
He can't get the first. He misses them both. Through the rim. Got to stop there, thanks to the block by Douglas.
Look at the D standing tall. Tremendous job protecting your territory.
McLaren rips it down.
Easy call on that one. It was pretty obvious he got hit on the release.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Knocks down the first one. He gets them both. The Vandals should slow it down and use some clock. Children from the paint hits it.
You just can't leave anyone that open so close to the tin.
The Red Raiders down big. Swings it to the outside. Douglas gets it out left, hoping to end his cold streak. Banks it in.
The kiss uses the glass to get the sweet jumper to fall.
55 seconds left in the game. Skip pass, left side. Novelty. Gets it, right side. Childress passes it back to the outside. McGrain dumps it off. Right wing. Goes up. Offensive board by Childress. Through the bucket. Can't tip it back in.
They're going to need a miracle, Vern. Maybe even two.
Lagana to the rack. Law corrals it, and that's his 9th rebound thus far.
He's got a lot of heart to be out in the court with that injury. You've got to appreciate his toughness.
Off target on the last shot by McGrain. The 15-footer nearly had a chance for a three-point play, but he'll go to the line for two.
Personal foul. Fifth team foul.
He can't get the first. The Vandals will bring all of their starters back to the floor. He sinks the second. Haywood releases. Can't connect from 12 feet out. Unloads. And that's the ball game. The Vandals blow out Texas Tech 70-38. Now let's send it to the studio and Greg Gumbel with the Pontiac game-changing performance.
Thanks, Vern, and welcome everyone to the 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel with today's Pontiac game-changing performance. A healthy display of long-distance marksmanship was the story in this blowout. The Idaho Vandals used the three-pointer as a major weapon, and it was bombs like this one from way downtown that turned the tide in their favor and allowed them to run away with the victory.
Okay, Greg, thanks for watching the NCAA tournament on 2K Sports. This is Vern Lundquist for Bonnie Bernstein and Bill Raftery. So long, everybody.